Greetings Internet, and welcome back for another Early Mornings. And this morning, my topic is more of a question. For those of you, my fans, who actually also do YouTube and that sort of thing, what drives you? What is your motivation to create videos on this platform? For myself personally, going back to when I first started this channel, I just wanted to create. I had this powerful fascination with animation, which if you go back to my earliest videos, you'll see. Granted, they're not great, but considering I was still in high school and I was just, doing things on the cuff, or off the cuff, I should say, I personally think they were alright. And then, as time went on, my modus operandi, my reason for doing the things that I do, changed. Sorry, I got a little sleepies in my eyes. And I didn't realize it till just then. Don't you hate that when you blink, and then all of a sudden it hurts in the corner of your eye because you got an eye goober, and it pokes your eyelid? But anyway. So for myself, I just wanted to create. I wanted to entertain people. And one of the big driving forces behind me wanting to become an animator and stuff on YouTube were my heroes from when I was a kid. Chuck Jones. A lot of you, most of you won't know who that is, but some of you will know that that's one of the greatest Looney Tunes animators of all time. Another inspiration, which is the reason why why all of my animations from back in the day were stop motion, was Tim Burton. When I saw The Nightmare Before Christmas as a kid, I fell in love with the idea of stop motion animation. Being able to take this little thing and be able to bring life to it, to, basically just animate it and make it so that it was alive in a way. But for the longest time, I didn't have any way to actually do that sort of thing, because I didn't have a camera growing up. In fact, it wasn't until I was in my mid-teenage years that I actually got a camera, which was this big, clunky VCR type camera. You could record on VHS tapes on this thing, but it was seriously about the size of a VCR that you could hold up on your shoulder like one of those news cameras and record things that way. And with that camera, I started working on being able to animate. Now with this thing, it was really hard to animate. And by what I mean by that is, it's a lot more technical using a VCR to animate. I'm trying to think of how to word this. It's not as smooth, because I didn't know how to edit things, and I still don't know how to edit VCR footage with a VCR. But my animations literally came out like this. I'd set up the thing, have one pose, and then a second later, the next thing would go, the next thing. Then on occasion, I'd get 2 frames that went like that, and then, the animation was all stiff and janky like this, and it didn't look very good. So half the time when I'd make one of my stupid little animations, when I would show it to someone, I'd hit play, and then as the tape was playing, I'd hit fast forward so it was a little less stiff and stilted, but it was still really bad. So then we fast forward to a few years later, and I'm searching online, and I happen to find a free software, or a download for some free software that was called Stop Motion Animator. And I happened to also kind of inherit my uncle's old webcam. I still have it around here somewhere. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna go see if I can't find it real quick. This thing's ancient. I do believe I still have it in my bag of camera stuff. I really hope I didn't get rid of that thing. But I think I may have gotten rid of it. Yeah, it's not in this bag. If I had it, it would have been in here. That kind of sucks, but oh well. But the thing was literally about like this thick, about this wide, and about yay tall. It was about the size of a pack of gum. And the quality of that thing was horrible. But using that webcam, I was actually able to start moving forward with my animating, and it was such a freeing, awesome experience, finally getting to do that thing that I'd wanted to do for so many years. And I'll be honest with you guys, I will be legit. Animation is a time-consuming process, especially stop motion. You have to be dedicated to that stuff. A great example of that is if you go back and watch those videos that I made back then, there is one video where I have a G.I. Joe versus a Max Steel action figure, and the G.I. Joe pulls up his gun like yay, but just as he lines it up, you'll notice in the background that it goes from day to night. And that's because when I started filming that particular little segment of that animation, it was in the afternoon, and then I got called away for something. I think my mother wanted us to go to my grandparents' place because they were having a party or something. Anyways, I got called away, and the only time I could come back to it was that night. So immediately, with the G.I. Joe and the Max Steel having been left exactly where I left them, I just grabbed the mouse and I just opened up the software. I was like click, 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 and started, animating that again. But that is a great example of how time-consuming stop-motion animation can be. Going from day to night, yeah. And then, after my mother passed away, I kind of just lost interest in everything for like 2 years, which is why you'll notice if you go back and look at my YouTube stuff, there is a gap in, videos and such, because I just had no drive, I had no motivation, and I just let YouTube die for me for a while. But after a while, I came crawling back to YouTube because, well, no, I don't want to say crawling back to YouTube. I came back to YouTube because I needed to do something. I needed to do something to take my mind off of, the depression from that and get myself going again. And so I started posting on YouTube again. Stuff like that creepy laughing Santa video. Unfortunately, I no longer own that Santa, but it was really cool. And, just videos like that and getting myself going again. Then we fast forward a little bit after that to when I finally moved out of my grandparents' house, and I wound up where I am today. In this apartment that you've seen in my videos for the last 3-4 years now. And originally, I used to record over in that corner over there on my old roommate's recliner. I'm sure you guys remember those vlogs. I mean, you can literally go back and look at them. I haven't taken them down or anything. But I used to sit right over there and just be like, "Greetings, Internet," and when I had that weird wolf hat. I still have it, by the way. I just don't wear it because, you know, for these kind of videos, it's too hot. But doing those kind of silly vlogs and stuff, which I would love to get back into doing those kind of videos, I just haven't for whatever reason. Sorry if I'm looking over there a lot. I just realized or not realized, I just keep wanting to make sure that I haven't gone over 20 minutes. I've explained it several times before, but you know what I'm saying. Or you know why I'm worried about the time. But anyway, continuing forward. So then I went from, you know, doing the animations to doing little silly videos to doing vlogs. And over time, I've started to get kind of a, I wouldn't say a rhythm. And then there have been times where I've really been wanting to dedicate my time to YouTube, like early last year. And then just my motivation died last year, partly due to my injury. Because, I mean, when you're in pain, you don't want to do anything. But I've basically gotten my pain under control, basically. And thank God it's not as bad as it was initially. Because the way it was before, I would crawl out of bed, literally crawl out of bed. Because I would wake up, and I would just go to stretch and and I like basically couldn't move. Like from my chest up was just stiff, and it was horrible. I don't recommend it. 0 out of 10. Don't ever want to do that again. And don't get me wrong, it still hurts on occasion. Like even right now, part of the reason why I've been talking with a deeper voice all this time, if you've noticed I've had like a pitch change in my voice during these videos, is because I'm not pushing my diaphragm as hard, so that it keeps pressure off of my upper back. But again, I'm managing, and I'm still here to tell the tale. Okay, so getting back to the topic of this, what drives you to create YouTube videos if you create YouTube videos? Feel free to leave a comment about that down in the comment section down below, because I want to hear from you guys. For some reason you won't message me, but I'm just going to keep asking for you guys to message me down below. And with all that being said, thank you all so very, very much for coming back and viewing my content. I do truly and greatly appreciate it. If you like what you've seen, make sure you hit that like button. If you feel like it, subscribe. Share these videos with your friends. And there's a fourth thing, but I can't remember. Oh, hit that little bell icon to be notified if you're already a subscriber. Because YouTube's doing that thing again where apparently people aren't getting people's uploads, aren't getting updates that people have uploaded for whatever garbage reason. And with all that having been said, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And this has been Oxleymations saying, Cowabunga, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Hello again, everybody. Just throwing this in here at the end because I completely forgot about it. I keep forgetting about this for whatever reason. My obligatory, what am I having for breakfast? And today, I'm having a bowl of Frosted Flakes. Okay. Now, with that having been said, thank you all so much for watching. This has been Oxleymations saying, Cowabunga, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Again.